Ay, Dios mío. Oh, man. Okay, we're just waiting for more people to come in. Keep going, he's still at it.
Laughing. It's not beloved, man. You know I'm gonna roast your ass anytime I get, or anybody around me, really.
Oh gosh, yes.
Sorry.
Annoying.
It's better than be quiet and bored. Like, life is short. You gotta live it up. I have a serious side to me. Trust me.
Very serious.
Very serious, but it ain't tonight.
Good to know.
Oh, what did we do to Rico? Yo, girl, listen. I think we spoke this shit to existence. Let me tell you. I told Spider over there. I said, listen. I said, I don't know, the way Rico was walking, at first I thought he was about to get mounted or he was crip walking or something. His stepping was way off. I said, what the like, what's going on over here? Yeah, that is fine wine.
Fortissimo.
Hold on, let me tell Nita what happened, right? So I'm like, yo, so I look at the bro and I'm like, yo, he can't even walk. He's definitely not gonna drive. So we're trying to tell him to come back, but I think Cyrus just a smart guy because he said, listen, now Harley, it was a tough battle making it halfway to the car. I'm not gonna go all the way back. He ended up going into the car, but man, you was out for the count. So what happened, Anita, was I think we spoke into existence, right? I said, yo, he looks so smacked that he gonna go to sleep like this on a car. And that jury, the activator he had going on was gonna get stuck. Boy woke up stuck to the window, and I'm like, you was twisted, Cyrus.
The jerk girl ain't
Rico.
loyal.
My boy Rico Suave.
Rico is suave.
Look, he's dying over there. Good times, buddy. Good times.
Okay, so getting back to the questions. You guys know the guys that sí, niña, compra vino, que el vino está buenísimo. So for those of you that were asking that, you already have ancestral altars.
Cascarilla for the cigar.
Cascarilla. They sell it in the botanicas.
Eggshell powder. That's what it is.
Yeah, eggshell powder hardened and make into like a, yeah.
Pulling the spirit. You could pull the spirit with
Sugar water.
Coffee is very good, believe it or not. Espresso is key. Incense. Okay. And through prayers, you got to use your vibrational cords too. Using your mind and your vibrational cords. Yes,
Adore. Yes, you can pay passage for friends too. You can pay passage for friends. For those of you that are saying that you already set up an altar and you don't know which one of your ancestors had violent death, I would say, church, take it to the church. Do not dismantle your altar, but take it to the church for that elevation. Have service. There is a lot of mix. Okay, we're gonna get there, Madame Mischief, Mama. We're gonna get to you. So, you can still use the cigar, even if you don't know their names, because the cigar is, the hook. And you just mentioned, like I say, to my ancestors, known and unknown, from my father and my mother's side. Cascarilla at the botanicas. Botanicas or online. If you go to originalbotanica.com online, you can get cascarilla. If you go to Amazon right now, you can get the box of 25 cascarillas right now. Bulk in Amazon, and it's cheaper than buying it in the Botanica.
And unless you want to go old school and you got a lot of time in your hands, then,
save your eggshells. Yeah.
You gotta let it dry up and then smash it up.
You have to wash them. Let them dry up, smash them, and then mix them with holy water. Yeah.
The skin inside.
Take the skin of the eggshell out. Let the little skin skin that it has inside, you have to clean all that out. Clean all the eggshells, wash them, let them dry, crush them, Mix them with holy water, and then, make it into, mold them. It's a process. So just go to Amazon and get it. Ooh, okay. Let me see. So I would say for those of you that already have your altar and you don't know who died violent or whatever, go to church. Go sit down and enjoy a couple masses at church and elevate your people. Elevate your people. Elevate your people. Do novenas. Novenas. 9 days of prayer and light. The light cannot go off when you're doing a novena. So when you see the candle going down, light the other one. Light the next one. The light cannot go off when you're doing a novena. 9 days of light, 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 light. And you send them luz y progreso, luz y progreso, luz y progreso, light and elevation. Light and elevation. You have to elevate them. Sit your butt in church and, elevate them. Do what Alex was teaching you guys with the candle in your mouth. Take the candle on your body, on your person, to the church to get all that vibration. Then bring the candle back home and burn it for them.
You answer this one? What about loved ones who are like family but not your bloodline? You can do it for loved ones who are not your bloodline, whoever.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Your spiritual square, the way I do it is through an investigational mass.
Una misa de investigación.
We're switching roles. I'm speaking English, you're speaking Spanish now.
Yeah.
Yeah, an investigational mass to investigate your spiritual square and what commission you have.
Yeah, misa de investigación, that's how you find out your peoples, your spiritual square. So they will let you know, you have gypsies, you tiene gitana, or tú tiene Congo, you have some, Congo spirits in your... Can I have ancestors that had a violent death, peaceful death, on the same altar? If you elevate them, yes, you can keep them in the same altar, but they have to go through an elevation process.
That we showed with the books.
With the books, yeah. If you even if you have an altar set up, you can start on the floor. You can, even if you have an altar set up already, just put in a piece of paper. If you don't know their names, you put in a piece of paper all my ancestors that suffer violent death or suicide, and you start on the floor and you do exactly what we taught you with the books, and then incorporate them to the altar after. Yes, you can do that.
What is she saying with her godfather? Would that be with your godfather?
Would that be with your godfather? Misa espiritual is with a espiritista. Any espiritista. It doesn't have to be from a house. Any espiritista can officiate a misa espiritual de investigación for you.
And if you do have a godfather, then more than likely, if he's not, he can find somebody for he could direct you. Just be respectful.
Yeah.
If they don't, if he's not an espiritista, because I know houses that they just they're they only work one system or whatever. And they don't, believe it or not, anyway, they'll hire just an espiritista.
Yeah, they hire an espiritista to do the misa for you. Oops, gosh, what I'm doing.
That's candle on that song. There you go.
Oh, wait. Let me see. Can you explain how to ask your ancestors to come to you in your dreams again? Okay, so I put, I'm going to show you also the tobacco again, because I know some people didn't see it properly, so I'm going to show you also how you do that. You need a misa, you need a mass. Una misa de investigación. That's to find your spiritual square. To find no ancestors, your spiritual square. To find your spiritual square, which are not ancestors, I repeat. You need a misa, a mass. Investigational mass. Misa de investigación done by a espiritista or a medium. Okay? That's trained to do that. Not just go to those 1-800 medium and think that they're going to tell you your spiritual square.
Especially if they say, call me now.
Stop.
Oh, man. Everybody's serious. You got to line up. All right, let's go.
Okay, let's go. Get serious with this. So... Just find, it doesn't matter the system, as long as you have, it's a mass. It's a mass to find your spiritual square. No matter the system, they have to be a spiritista though. There is spiritistas that are Hindu. That's why I'm saying the way the religion or tradition that they follow has nothing to do. Espiritista or spiritismo do not clash with anything. It doesn't clash. There is spiritistas that are Hindus, spiritistas that are, Buddhicians, or voodoo, mambos. There is spiritistas that are santeros, yes. Spiritistas that are not even santeros, they're just spiritistas, that's all they do. They are not crowned, none of that stuff, but they are gifted in that way to do that mass for you. No, I already read all that.
There was something that they said.
I'm susu rarara.
We do that? Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Who's that? Defense Diva?
Defense Diva.
Yeah, we could do that. We do investigational misas.
Yeah.
Ashley, Lisa. Yes,
Yes, he did mine yesterday, and that's the reason. That's why I'm here. Let me explain. He was like, "Oh, it was not just the event on Friday. I had my mass done by Alex yesterday here, and the sign by L. White, Lanita. She was here also. She is a powerhouse.
Wakanda, leader,
Wakanda forever. So that's why I'm here, and I say, okay, since I'm gonna be in New York that weekend, I might as well do the Ancestor workshop that weekend too. So everything got done. Yes, yeah.
Oh, Cyrus was there.
Cyrus was here too.
Yeah, everybody got a beautiful message too.
You do not perform investigational masses for your spiritual square inside a church. That is not done in a church.
Oh,
that's done in just a house. Does your ancestors' money have to turn green in order for them to receive it? No. No, honey. Can you or Alex perform that? Alex, I'm in training.
She could do it.
I'm in training.
You could do it.
Alex can do it. He's good. He's excellent.
Thank you. Don't run away from it though. You can run, but you can't hide.
I am not gonna run from nothing. I'm training.
Uh-huh.
How do I know if any of my ancestors practice Santeria or anything similar? You most likely have to do a misa. In the misa, everything gets revealed. Let me tell you, because the revelations we got yesterday in this misa over here was not joke. There was some serious shit going on here yesterday. Let me see. Yes, guys, listen, have misa, because misa is not just for communication or investigation to investigate, but it's for elevation, like spiritual elevation. Oh my God.
Being part of one.
Just being part of a misa. The misa don't have to be done for you, but just sitting there at a misa because of the energy and the spirit just flowing. It's beautiful. Does your ancestors' money have to turn? Oh, I already did that. Sign me up too. Lanita, Wakanda forever.
There you go. Lanita.
I will fly to y'all. Come. We're gonna turn up in a misa over here. So your ancestors can only be your bloodline. They can't be people who pass who are like family. That's a divided thing. I have elders that tells me that they are adopted. They call it adopted ancestors. That is people that come, but they do not stay forever because they are not your bloodline. So they will come and they will assist you in certain things, and then they will go and leave to where they need to be. So it's like that. Some ancestors believe that. Some elders believe that.
And also, in certain cases, not to confuse, but I'm gonna throw it out there, right? In some cases, you can get ancestors from a different life that you had. So it'll be like a past life ancestors. And those are rare, but I've seen in masses where they come through. I've been in one where their their first reincarnation, the mother from the first life had came in, and that shit was intense. It was bananas.
Bananas and sprinkles.
Thank you, Ashley. As long as it's fine wine, it's divine, and we ready to roll.
I know, misas are so needed. Oh my God, like I just feel so different and grateful after my misa yesterday.
You have to be present. Yes. We have to be in person for misa, claro.
Yeah, you have to be in person for misa. In your mouth, do you do that inside the church? No, you do that in the house before you leave to go to church. You leave with the candle on your person, meaning in your pocket, in your bra. I don't care what you're gonna put it, but close to your body. Then you go, you sit in the church, you focus on your ancestors, and then wait, let me show them how to do this again. And then you bring that candle back home, and then you light it for your ancestors. And now back to the cigar. You're gonna do the cross north. Okay, so the top, south. All right. East and west. So four crossroads. That's what it is. It's the intersection between spirit and human, flesh and spirit. That's where we meet. That's what we want, because we want communication, the living and the death, okay? And then you're going to draw a hook, if I can do it. Mijo, be quiet.
Got this. A hook is a main thing for Madre Agua too.
You need to stop. This hook is hungry. So you draw a hook in the middle, boom boom, and then you visualize. You gotta center and focus. Next time you come to Nova says something. Next time you come to New York City, can you guys do a misa? Absolutely, yes.
Madre Agua's gonna come, right?
Yeah, I'm coming. We can also do a misa in Miami when I go to Miami. Yes, ma'am. Let's set it all up. Wait, la luz, sí, la luz. Luz y progreso, hijo.
I just see that falling. That's all. Bueno.
Can you stop it?
A misa through the phone. Shit, we'll be rich. Call me now.
Oh my God. No, you can't do misas through the phone.
Dice el muerto que no ha pagado la línea de teléfono y que le tiene que mandar 70 pesos más. ¡Ping!
Stop! Oh my God.
Oh, wait, I said it in English. I said...
The muerto said... No, you say it.
No, somebody asked if I could do a mass. I would do the old shits and giggles. Somebody said, can you do a mass over the phone? I said, shit, yeah. I'm like, yo, the dad's going to be like, listen, I haven't paid my bill. You need to send $70 until then. Click. You got to translate.
Where could I buy the cigar? The liquor store sells cigars, right?
Cigars, any cigar shop.
Cigar shop.
You're probably better off at a cigar shop, and if you're gonna constantly do it, my advice is to save some money as well. What you do is you get bundles, because the bundles, it's like buying wholesale in a way. But if you buy the individual cigars, it's gonna cost you about, it could fluctuate from $6 to $15, $20 or even more, depending, on the cigar, the mix, so forth and so on. But if you get a bundle, you can get a bundle of 20 or 25, and it'll be much cheaper. It'll be probably the same price if you buying about six to 8 cigars, or 6 to 10 cigars. You'll get 20, 25. So you're always better off with that.
The floor situation, and listen, you guys have until we, until we figure out how to record all of this stuff. Yeah, I'm about to answer that. Record everything and send it to your emails. You guys have 24 hours to go back and watch this all over again, okay? The elevation from the floor is for those with violent death and homicide, like suicide. You can let me be clear. You can do it to anybody. You can elevate any ancestor like that. But we use it the most for those that are like in low vibration, like suicide and that type of stuff. That's what we use it the most for. Listen, if I can get Alex to officiate the Misa in Miami, we can have it. I will be coming to New York more often now. I don't have the baggage.
You have to.
Oh my God.
You're doing a lot of misas.
Yeah. 305 fam, yes. This was our Coivas because we're representing Cuba, okay?
I like, cigars, they have an adequate taste and it's really up to you. It's kind of like wine, whether you like red, sweet, dry, whatever. Cigars are the same. Me personally, I like maduros. They're very strong, but even though they're strong, they have some type of, sweetness to it. So I just, a mí me gusta lo oscuro, maduro, but whatever you like.
So, with that being said,
Let's see what else we got.
I think that's probably one of your shits that you said.
One of my shenanigans.
One of your shenanigans. How long do you leave the food and coffee? We're gonna talk on offerings just now. I changed my coffee.
Because you keep doing this with your hand. Hold on, I got you. The altars, you could. I do it like whatever day I pick. I like to work certain days, and I work this a lot. So me personally, if I pick, let's say a Monday, I'll do it again on Monday. I do it once a week. But people, they have different ways to do it. Some people wait 2 weeks,
Yeah.
But if you see that you do have a lot of fluid, all right, if you can see that the cups have picked up a lot, you could also, you should refresh them, all right. And sometimes you can put cups, and if the house is heavy, so you can see shit, in, 2-3 days, sometimes quickly. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to leave it that long. But me, I do once a week. What do you do?
I do once a week
Once
too.
a week, okay.
But the offerings, I do not leave for a whole week in the altar. The offerings, I leave it for like 24 hours the most, and then I get rid of them. Regular garbage, because this is another thing I want to explain to you guys. Offering for the ancestors is not like an offering for a deity. When you do an offering for a deity, the deity will let you know where that offering has to go. For example, when you do an offering for a legua and you have to dispose of it, Elegua will let you know, crossroad or ocean or whatever they want to, or the woods, that type of stuff.
Now, if you have the luxury, because not everybody has, but if you do have the luxury and you have a backyard with a tree, okay, you could also link that tree just to do that, and your eguns or ancestro, that spiritual energy will be around that tree as well, believe it or not, because you get accustomed to them, all right? Another thing that I'm going to touch on, let me just answer that. So, you get, for example, I have a tree, I like to put all the stuff like that in that tree, okay? That's if you have the tree. If not, you go to the garbage. Now, another thing besides the cigar, besides the coffee, how to pull the spirit, is training them to have a certain day and time of communication, believe it or not. Even though there's no time on the other side, but there is a time over here. So let's say, if every Monday or every Wednesday or any day, every day at 4 o'clock, you do your prayers and you start dealing with the ancestors or your spiritual square, whatever, either one, they're going to get accustomed to that, which means that every day or at whatever day that you do it, at 4 o'clock, they're going to be there. So there's another form of communication. It's like this. If me and you have a friendship, or it's more than a friendship, and you get used, like, I'll get you used to me calling you every day at 3 o'clock because you get out of work, and I'll be like, every day at 3 o'clock I'll call you. You are going to be expecting that call at 3 o'clock every day. Why? Because I call you at that time. So it's bridging a gap, and it's pulling the spirit closer to you. It's a means of communication, so they're going to be expecting, that intercession with them.
Okay. Should we go back to the Alex, when you book on that flight?
Oh, man.
Oh gosh, Alex.
Just got back.
How often do you do misas?
I do them as much as possible, but I do have I juggle a lot, so it'll more than likely be hold on, because they might not be able to hear me with that, right?
No. This is just a message.
Okay. It'll more than likely be in the weekends because the things that I practice, my personal life, and my godchildren. So I am scattered everywhere. But misas, I'll book them like in the weekend just because it's easier. Like for example, if I want certain people to be there, all right, I have to adjust their schedule. So it's a matter of your schedule, my schedule, and their schedule. So weekends are usually best because the majority of people have off on the weekends.
Okay. Texas. We gotta go to Texas too.
Let me do it.
Yeah, you do it, mijo. How about people who died in tragic accidents? That's exactly what we explained. The elevation that you do with the books.
The books.
The one that you do with the books.
Yeah, they could use it to do a novena.
Yeah, because that candle you're supposed to bring back home and light it.
Light it.
Right after you come from church, you light it.
Oh, you already answered that.
Yeah, just, yeah.
Okay, that was a good one to answer.
I know people that have them in the same, but they divide it.
They divide it.
They just divide, like they have a dresser. That's how I used to have it. I had a long dresser. So I used to divide my dresser like an imaginary line, or I would use cascarilla, divide, and then I would be like, okay, this side is for you guys, and this side is for you guys. And they got along just fine. I never had a problem, no clashing, no nothing. Depending on, your space. Can you have multiple people in one altar? Yes, you can have multiple people in one altar. And I do not, okay, depending on your living situation too, there is people, especially people that live here in New York, that they only have a room because they're renting a room, they're roommates with somebody. So you might have to set up your altar in your room. And there is ways to go about certain things when you have the altar in your room. For example, if you're about to get down and dirty and you have an altar in your room, you have to put a white sheet on top of it. That's how we do it in Cuba because we live with very poor conditions there. We don't have space. Okay? So what we do, we put a white sheet over it.
Segura.
And you cover it.
Or out here, you might have the luxury of getting, what do they call those, like little Chinese dividers with the doors?
Yeah, the dividers.
The dividers, you could do that too.
Yeah, but I do not really, if you have the chance not to do an altar in your room, please don't do it.
It's best not to do it.
Yeah, it's best not to do it there.
Love life's gonna suck and a whole bunch of other shit can go down. So it's like being butt naked in front of your ancestor, somebody you don't.
Well, they got naked to make me.
That's another story. Your ancestors shouldn't be, all that stuff should not be in your room.
Okay. Thank you for talking about elevation. I'm going to do that for all my unknown ancestors that were brought over unwillingly and died in bondage. Yes, girl. Yes, I shed to that. How can they disconnect from the ancestors that are causing problems?
Que sale como un espíritu como de arrastre.
Sí, que está como espíritu de arrastre. There is ancestors that are so low in vibration they actually pulling you down.
Those spirits you gotta give a lot of light and you gotta tell them to go to the other side because them not knowing. As a matter of fact, I had a reading and I don't want to disclose any names or privacy or whatever, but sometimes spirits can pass away tragically or whatever, right? And things that they were going through in life, all right? If they're still stuck in roaming and they come around you because you were the brother, the sister, a family member, or whatever, they can start causing you things. All right, you must elevate that spirit and make sure it crosses over. Now, if it's something a little bit more heavier, I would say going to an espiritista for him to que coja esa carga y te saque ese espíritu de arrastre. They gotta take it's a, I don't know how to say arrastre in English.
I don't know how to say arrastre in English either.
Hold on, Madre, something is gonna help us because she's good. It's not vibration.
Living room or by the front door. I put them in like a hallway. Like I had my altar in like a hallway. I had it in the living room before.
Spirits that drag, arrastre.
But I moved it. I moved it from the living room because everybody that comes has eyes on it.
Oh, that's another thing. A lot of people shouldn't have eyes on that. I mean, it's good to cover it, have something, or, just pick a good space where not everybody,
Like you can use like a divider. You know these Chinese divider things?
Those are nice.
So yeah, baggage or dragging spirits that drag you. Like the story that I told you guys that my grandmother was keeping me in certain situation because that was her life. So she kept me, she was stopping me from moving out of that situation. So those spirits, you have to give a lot of light, like a lot of light. A closet, but I don't like to have them.
I don't like them having closed in.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you deal with the spirit, when you deal with the other realm, it's the same way. Like, they can cause you issues because if they're, dragon spirits or they were spirits that were going through these things, it's like a 50-50 thing. You get a little bit from them, okay? And these things, it's like these things attach themselves to you, okay? Now, that same form of attachment, it goes across the board. So when it's your spirit guide, and your spirit guide has certain attributes or certain things, like for example, I know whoever got a reading with me, I'm going to pick up on your spirit guides, and I'll break them down and be like, holy shit, that's me. It's because I know that they live through you, all right? Now, with that being said, if they're in a closet and you have them closed in, then guess what? You're going to be closed in too. So I wouldn't, if you have a closet and you can leave the door open, or not have the door, maybe just like, put like a little curtain or something,
yeah, a curtain, yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't like them to have them in closed in areas because I don't want to be closed in.
Like when my brother died, I got what Dominicans call paños all over.
Paños.
Like skin, it's a skin condition. Does your brother used to have it?
Sí, porque puede ser que el espíritu se le acercó mucho.
Yeah. When the spirit comes too close to you, you can get some of the stuff that they used to have, or ailments that they used to suffer from and stuff like that. Especially when it's like brothers, something so close like that they really want to communicate. What are you getting? What are you getting?
No, stop, burping a little bit. You know what that is.
No, I don't know nothing. Let me see what else you guys have for us. Yeah, he used to have it around his chest areas. Yeah. His spirit was coming close to you, so you got the same thing that he used to have. Ashley, Lisa. Oh gosh, Lisa.
Ashley, listen.
Ashley, you be getting down and dirty, huh?
Altars for spirit guides, can that be closed? Again, it's the same thing when it comes. How about altars for spirit guides? Can that be closed on the closet, right? Altars of spirit.
That would be altar for spirit guides above that.
Yeah, but it says, how about altars for spirit guides? Can that be closed?
I would not enclose it
you
either.
don't want to enclose it either because they're part of you. You're part of them, so you don't want to be closed off.
Yeah, that's your team. That's your team that you came, like I said, remember, spirit guides, the spirit square, that's the team that came with you. When you decided to sign your contract to come back. So you want the best, so they can give you the best. What do you do with your altar when you are moving to another place? I just reset it. I just reset it. Like I just moved and I had some of my stuff in a box. It stayed in a box for like a week because I was unpacking. Once I got to that box, I clean up the space. I clean up real good, you know.
Dame una vela.
Una vela. Okay.
All right, so I'm cheating, but what you could do is in your altar, if you have to take it down and remove it, you can do a candle, and what you do is to close it. Okay, you go clockwise, and you let them know that you're going to be closing the space because you're moving to another abode, so forth and so on. So that it doesn't continue to be open. When you get, and then what you do is you don't blow out the candle or nothing. You just snuff it out. You take that same candle when you go to the next spot, wherever you're setting up. You do north, south, east, and west, and then you go counterclockwise, because counterclockwise is to open, clockwise is to close. So that is another format to do it. But at the end of the day, the spirit's gonna be wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, doesn't matter.
Yeah. What else? That's exactly what we was talking about. You most likely have to do, have a espiritista, right? You can give them light. You can give them light, and then tell them, to cross over to the next side and don't come back. No more, no more, no more, no.
I always that is like if if you're accessible to an espiritista, I would because I've seen some espiritistas who are beasts, and they take all the type of they get that charge, that energy, and they cross it over. Some of them even through their bodies.
Yeah, like you have the spiritista detached, and cross that spirit over. You can ask them yourself, like candles for them, and say, listen. When I found out that my grandmother was the one doing, being the blockage for my stuff, I told her, can you move aside? I'll take care of you after. I will give you light after. Right now, I need to get out of this situation, so can you please move aside? And I did that with a candle just like this. Small like this one. And I put it for her with a glass of water, and I told her, please move aside. And she did, because in less than a week, I was out of the situation.
Can family members use the same bowl without, or does everyone have to have their own?
Well, are all of you into Santeria? It's like a family. Is it a family of santeros? Is everybody into Santeria? Is everybody?
Now, do they mean bóvedas as
Bóveda espiritual?
or are you
or ancestor altar? Because a bóveda and ancestor altar is two different stuff.
Yes to what?
Yeah. Are you all santeros?
Or is it a spiritual? Is it bóvedas espiritual, like a spiritual bóveda, or is it an ancestor altar that you're talking about?
Oh shit. Okay. Because you can also ask, if you all are santeros, you can go to your ile, to your padrino, and you can ask for permission to have a collective bóveda. Like let your padrino guide you in that type of stuff. Use, you guys that are santeros and stuff, you have your houses. So let your houses help you with that. What's the difference? Bóvedas are for spirit guides, and ancestral altars are for ancestors. And like we said in the beginning, if you guys missed the beginning, go back and watch all the lives. This is your class, the 3 lives that we had so far. Okay? Spirit guides and ancestors are not the same. And we explain the difference.
Me personally, yo lo hago separado.
La bóveda y el altar.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I do it separate
too. Cada
too.
persona tiene un camino, y lo que tú tengas no va a ser lo mismo que yo tengo. Pero cada loco.
We're all in the religion.
Rayados.
All rayados. I'm the only one crowned.
I would just go to your elders and to be respectful and ask.
Yeah, let your padrinos, your elders, your babaloshas, iyaloshas.
Me, I would do it separate. Why? Because everybody has a different road. There could be 5 of us, and we all scratch or whatever. We all have our own different roads. We don't have the same, So I would do it that way, unless it's ancestors, pueden bregar.
Yeah, if it's ancestors because you all family, yeah, put them in the same table.
But when it comes to something, you have different squares and stuff like that. I wouldn't mix it. That's just me. I just ask your elders.
Madame Michis, what did she ask?
So if you don't know
what your spirit guides eat. Yeah, I mean, we're teaching ancestral altars over here, not spirit guides altars as yet.